Dudes, I had a spot with pocket kings in this one, and you don't want to miss it, man. It's going to come up a little bit later. I got some stuff to go over before that. And for those of you guys watching for the first time, I typically play a few times per week. I've been doing this for a long time, playing mid stakes. And, I say this all the time because as you move up in stakes, you're going to play against better opponents, and you kind of have to get away from like the GTO ABC stuff. You have to open things up. And there is nuance to this, right? But with that said, we have an awesome community in the pinned comment where you talk to me one-on-one, and I can give you more insight, than I can here, right? I can only say so much and give so much, so check it out in the pinned comment. Also, you guys could tap the like, man, and let's get right into this, man. And we do have some spots that were pretty interesting, right? I was bluffing a little bit in this one, but by the time we get to pocket kings, man, I think you guys are going to be like, dude, what is happening right here? You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. And like everybody, the longer you play this game, I think that a lot of it comes down to just adjusting to the table, because every time you sit down, you're always going to be playing with different people. So you kind of just adjust. It takes probably like 20 to 30 minutes to get a feel for how people are playing. And then after that, it's just about making good decisions and not getting emotional when things don't go your way. I think the hardest part of this game is not getting emotional because, yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The ups and downs can be pretty brutal. It's just that, you just learn to handle them better with time. And if you're not, then maybe, you should move down in stakes or, you should talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because probably for me, I think by the time I, hit 30 and up, age-wise, I was able to just kind of handle the emotional side of this game a lot better. So I think some of it comes with age, but, overall, man, it can definitely, it'd be tough at times, man. So that's another kind of area I can help you guys out with as well, if you want to get in our community, man. All right, anyways, also you can get my full setup as well in the pinned comment. Forgot to mention that. But here we go, ace-king suited. We are doing this, man. Got that ace-king, and we got the spades, man. We got the spades, okay? Pretty standard open here, 1250 piece. And I'm hoping somebody re-raises, right? And I think player 5 might have. Let's see. Pretty sure. Yeah, he went pretty big here. He kicked it up to the 65 piece. A couple of different things we could do here. We just come over the top, which you're always going to want to do with ace-king suited, or I could have just re-raised it. I just decided if he's going to go this large pre, he must have a pretty good hand, right? So I was actually expecting him to make this call. I mean, he kicked this up pretty quick too, but he folded it. Don't know what he had. Maybe he had like ace-queen, let it go. Maybe he had like a mid-pair like tens or jacks and decided to let it go. But, it is what it is. All right, pocket three is probably the most frustrating spot I had in this one. You're going to see why. Now, normally I don't limp. I did here, which was a big mistake. Normally I still open. It doesn't even matter if I've got pocket ducks, threes, four, but did a little limper here. Shouldn't have done it. I wouldn't recommend doing it. I would just say this was an accident. All right, anyways, player 5 is going to kick it up to the 30 piece. I'm going to make the call, and a part of me was kind of glad I limped after I saw this because we would have probably had to fold this pre if I would have opened and this guy would have kicked it up pretty high. Probably on a re-raise, but whatever. Player 4 is also going to make the call, and get ready for this flop, y'all. We flopped it. So we got the threes. Not much to worry about here. There is a flush draw out there. I'm hoping player 5 has an overpair to this board because he went pretty large pre here. No idea what player 4 has got. Player 4 could definitely have some flush draws here. I'm not sure what he's leading out with. It would make sense to me if he did have a flush draw. If he has a set as well, we're going to get stacked off every time here, but not really put him on that. He did limp, though, so I'm thinking possible flush draw situation here. See what player 5 does. And the question is, do I re-raise this now? It's not like this is a great board for anybody, so I'm kind of leaning towards maybe just call here. Or do we build it? Okay, I went for the min. I decided to build it not very large. I feel like if he's chasing a flush draw, he's going to make the call anyways. Which is kind of what I'm putting him on because I don't really know what else he's leading out with here. Just some type of flush draw. whatever, he made the call, and of course the turn card did put the flush out there, so I didn't like to see that. And I couldn't really figure out what this guy would have been calling with anyways. It just feels like, what else could he have? We're not blocking hearts either, so it's very possible this guy was on a heart draw. And now we need the board to pair, but the board got even worse. Runner, hearts. And I feel like I can't lead out. I just felt like we were losing this, but somehow we took it down. So he didn't have a heart. I was pretty shocked by that, guys. That was a terrible run out, but I definitely felt like we were not taking that one down, but we did. So kind of surprised by it. All right, 9-10 I folded, and I hope you're still with me because it's going to get better, and we got pocket kings coming up. You guys really don't want to miss it, man. You don't want to miss it, okay? It is a good one. Anyways, yeah, folded the 9-10, all good here. Back over to player one. All right, so if my 9-10 was suited, I definitely want to see the flop with it, but, you know, early position, 9-10 offsuit, just muck it, you know what I'm saying? You could obviously open in later position with it, but, yeah, man, we just mucked it, okay? We mucked it. Little muck, okay? Little muck. All right, definitely just a check. I feel like ace high's got this. Let's see. Definitely got to be an ace high here. Yep, ace jack, took it down. Totally felt like that. Made the most sense. All right, jack 9 suited, man. We'll take this. We'll take this in the big. Maybe I re-raise this, man. I like the jack 9 of diamonds, jack 9 of spades, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Either one. All right, player 5, kick it up 1250 piece. Player 1 wants to re-raise. I'll probably still make this call, but he folded it. We're just going to defend here. Let's see what happens, man. Not a good flop. Not a good flop. Check fold here. Nothing else I could really do, but he checked it. I'm sorry, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Jack 9 suited, didn't get the job done. All right, but we got a jack king off here. Let's see if jack king can get the job done, okay? Back over to player 1, who is going to defend this. Okay, so nothing there, but I'm still going to lead out here. We're blocking the hearts. Plus, I'm just going to play this like I have an ace, like I'm repping an ace. So, figure out if he calls this, I'll have to figure out if I want to double barrel on the turn if we miss. Now, we paired the king. I'm not really sure if a king's good, though. It could be. I decided to check it back, go to showdown here. If he has like a weak ace, there's nothing I could do about it. And he's actually going to lead out here. It looks like he's trying to go for some, you know, value here on the river, but I got to keep this guy honest. I mean, there are some missed draws out there, and he doesn't necessarily have to have an ace. So I did call him, and you know what? He's going to turn over absolutely nothing. So I was glad I made that call. Okay, we're getting closer to pocket kings, guys. Hope you've been, you know, sticking with me here. And once again, man, if you're enjoying the stuff here, at the very least, subscribe. But check out the pinned comment, get in that community, you can get my full setup. And here's pocket 9s, man. Pocket 9s. We gonna get a 9 here? We did not. And I'm glad I didn't re-raise this pre because, I mean, we didn't get a 9. Okay, we didn't get that 9. We needed the 9. Now I called anyways just to peel off one turn card, see if maybe we can get there on the turn. River card was a duck. Now he checked this, and it just felt to me like 9s might not be good here. Let's see how large he went on the river. Yeah, he threw a 60 piece out there. I just let it go, guys. I don't know what he had, but I was just leaning towards 9s is probably not good there. You know, I don't know what else to say about it. I think we've kind of made it to the moment here, man. Pocket kings, man. Hope y'all are ready for this one. Now, I slowed this down because this hand right here, man, is hard to put into words. But pocket kings, it's just going to be, it's going to be a, you know, a small blind, big blind situation here where, you know, we got kings. Unfortunately, we were just four-handed in this, so it's not like there was a whole lot of players in this one. player one is going to eventually fold here. And if, you know, I didn't really look at if you look at the table, you can see player two is doing, I think he moved over to our table, and player four, player two and player four are pretty juiced up, man. They're doing pretty good. Obviously player four is having player two is having a really good day. All right, anyways, over to me. I wasn't expecting much here, mainly because, you know, it's just big blind versus small blind, but I'm just going to do a standard raise here, hoping this guy, you know, re-raises us, but the odds of that happening just felt like probably not. And then obviously this guy was playing pretty good too. He's just going to make the call, and it's not like this was the greatest flop for kings, but what are we really worried about here? You got a diamond draw out there. We're not blocking diamonds. You got some weird straight draw opportunities, and you've got, here's the thing, right? I wasn't expecting the re-raise here. The re-raise told me that it's possible this guy flopped a weak two pair, maybe like jack nine. I'm sorry, not jack deuce. Jack nine would be pretty brutal. I was just kind of like leaning towards maybe like two pair or maybe one pair with a flush draw kind of thing. But there was no way I was just going to like call the turn here. It just felt like, nah, man, like if we're going to do this, let's just do this, you know? But I was really shocked at what this guy is going to turn over here, because I'm going to come over the top, right? And he's going to make the call. And I was utterly shocked at this. Never putting this guy on what he has right here. And I mean, you're about to see what's going to happen here, man. I'm not going to give it away. And I'm curious, would you guys have done this as well? I mean, it just felt like I could have just called here to see like a blank on the turn. Let's see what it would have been. He's going to turn over a set. Turn card would have been a 10 of diamonds, which probably would have slowed things down. So I kind of did regret the decision here. And unfortunately, we were drawing pretty slim to a queen or a king. We didn't get it. And we took a big L there, guys. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.